I've been amazed at how much my brokenness stunts my confidence. The people that I work with most closely on a daily basis, the ebb and flow of their emotion, I often have to catch myself and realize that just because they are struggling or frustrated or not having a good week or month or whatever, that it's not because I'm failing as a leader or I'm failing as a teammate. I've actually started the practice to kind of rewrite that internal narrative of actually going up to one or two people and saying, hey, my radar is picking up that you're really frustrated with me. I just want to check in and see if that's the case. And it is almost never that I am the root of the problem. And yet my whole childhood narrative was, if something's going to fail, it's because I'm the problem. So much of the lack of confidence that I find, the back-footedness that I feel when the team is having negative experiences, triggers my childhood narrative.
Okay, but now you have to have a certain level of maturity, you have to have a certain level of assertiveness, you have to have a certain level of self-regard, actually positive self-regard, to even be able to go and have that conversation. So think of all those leaders out there who also have a life story and a narrative. My guess would be it's all of them. They also have that, but they don't actually have the skills or don't have enough of a baseline resource in terms of relational connection. Without those resources to even go and have that conversation, you're living a leadership role of always thinking, is it me, is it me, is it me? Is this whole thing doomed to fail on my contribution or my inability to lead? How many leaders out there are struggling with confidence because they don't even have the tools to have the conversation that could help them process the narrative that they're bringing to their role as the CEO or as the senior leader?
So often you hear of two roads that tend to be walked. The one is the arrogant, narcissistic, toxic, I don't give a damn, like I pay you to do that. Ironically, that's probably the equal but opposite coping mechanism to the shucks, what if I'm not good enough? In the transactional analysis kind of language, the one is the I'm okay and you're all not okay. You know, look at how okay I am. You know, the other one's I'm not okay, you're all okay. And I think both of those roads are equally damaging to relationships. How exhausting to live on either of those things relationally. Because on the one hand, you're lonely. So like you've got no one actually around you relationally. They just your servant.
And subconsciously, it's only consciously that you're trying to hack confidence. Subconsciously, that narrative is still there, saying you shouldn't be here, or you know, if it's one way of compensating for that feeling, one way of masking it. It's like the bully at school. He's acting something out at school, which consciously he may make him feel good, but the subconscious narrative is still there, and it may only come out years later.